Coach Tracy, Dave Molinaro, Northeast Times. What sport do we have the biggest advantage in on Monday?
I think in all honesty, we have an advantage in every single sport. We're just amazing and elite athletes that we can just destroy all of these seniors in any sport.
Mr. Mariani, Dave Molinaro, Daily Local News. Who's the X Factor on your team?
I think this year when you look at X Factor for us, I think you got to look at a guy like Big Kev Schneider, our baseball coach, but he's also an elite athlete in many different areas, especially if you ask him. And somebody with 13,000 Instagram followers, you know that he's a legit athlete, and we're happy to have him on our team this year.
Ms. Maraglia, Gloucester County Times. Is there any weaknesses we can exploit amongst this group of seniors this year?
I think there are definitely a few weaknesses. A lot of the seniors have suffered some pretty decent injuries in the past that have kept them out of their season for a good amount of games. I think they're not quite as in shape as some of the senior classes we have faced in the past, so I think that will definitely hurt them, that we are definitely in a more elite class than they are.
Yep, Coach Cronmiller, Bucks County Times Herald, Dave Molinaro. Do we have any weaknesses that we're worried about on our team?
This may come as a surprise, but we do have a couple weaknesses. My tennis partner, Joe, his arms are so big, so sometimes he has a little trouble getting around on the backhand. Dana in softball, she's usually a contact hitter, but she's just been hitting for power in our practices, so trying to adjust with that. Kev in basketball hits so many threes that sometimes he gets bored, so just working around some of that, keeping his interest in the game. Those are some of our weaknesses we're going to have to try to focus on.
Ms. Charles, Delco Times. Are there any factors that could play a major impact on Monday?
Yeah, we're a little worried about the officiating. It's been troublesome, a little spotty in the past. So we're hoping Dave's not taking any bribes from the seniors, and that at the end of the day he remembers who pays those work-study paychecks.
Coach Clementi, Burlington County Times News. What senior athlete are you most concerned about containing on Monday?
We're not really scared of anyone, but John Binner does worry us a little bit. He's been well trained under the leadership of Scott McTighe, brings a lot of energy, so we're definitely not scared of him. We just know it's someone that we have to worry about on the tennis courts.
Let's go, burpees! Come on, Coach Clementi, let's go! Coach Tracy! Let's go, Coach Clementi, you get to 90. All the way up, chin above the bar, great job, good work. Nose, knees, toes, nose, knees, toes. There we go. Good job, Jenna. Why everyone chooses the kettlebells? Oh, we got curls for the beach. Nice job, Brett. Why are you smiling? No smiling here. Good form, Coach Tracy. Good job, Sarah. Good job.
All right, so we're going to keep going with the film breakdown of the seniors. We already took care of Roy Farrell Jr. Andrew, you able to point out some things with Gabe Dwyer here?
I got Gabe here against Cabrini. Up against probably the smallest guy on Cabrini's team, and I mean his calves are probably bigger than that kid, but that kid's just laying him in the dust over there. His track speed is obviously not coming into play here. I think that kid actually out jumps him a couple times in this game, so obviously the hurdles really aren't helping him out there at all. And look, I think he's bending over. He's already gassed. Barely into the second half already. It's gonna be a rough day for Gabe Dwyer here on Monday. 5 hours worth of work. It's not gonna happen for him.
I got some inside scoop that the coaches have been working out at 5 a.m. getting ready for MacFest. They're 0-2 in basketball the past 2 years, and Coach Joe Clementi for Immaculata Men's Soccer told me off the record he's not letting that happen this year. Let's take a look.
Stay low, stay low. Coach, can I see you for a minute?
Sorry about your workouts. So, you're the coach for Immaculata Immaculata men's soccer, but you're out here working on your basketball game. Can you talk about that, getting ready for MacFest?
Well, I mean, it started as training for MacFest, but it's actually turned into training for the NBA, declared for the NBA draft. They're comparing me to Penny Hardaway, the Orlando Magic version, of course. So seniors got a lot to be worried about, but it's not just me. We actually have a lot of other staff members who have also declared. Brett Mariani over here, my trainer, I don't know if you saw him. He's been compared to Lou Aldang from Duke. Gets it done on both sides of the floor. If you look at our two basketball coaches, Coach Jay is basically our LeBron James Superman, you know, the guy that we're going to be counting on, athletic freak. And then we got Coach Chrissy, basically a clone of Chris Paul. We actually call her Chrissy Paul, you know, good at getting to the hoop, can drive and kick. And then, you know, we have Patty who's going to be coaching us. Many people don't know this, but Patty actually turned down an offer to coach the U.S. men's national team. They had to settle for Greg Popovich. And then lastly, we got, you know, newly added Kev Schneider, who is basically, his NBA comparison is a hybrid of Keith Van Horn and Antoine Walker. He can really shoot the three, and, you know, quick story on him, he was once asked after one of his high school basketball games why he took so many three-pointers, and he simply replied, because there are no fours. So we got a lot going for us, and seniors should be nervous.